Hi everyone, welcome to the day one of explaining few questions which we usually get in the interview. And I'm starting with the very basic and very easy question, which is two sum, which we all know, but it's very important to understand how we can do the same question in an optimal way. There are multiple ways to do it. The easiest is the brute force, which we usually do when we get into an interview, and people usually ask about give the optimal solution. So there are some questions or some patterns which we should remember if you are sitting in a interview and we want to give best out of that question. So I'll give you some idea about how we can solve the two sum problem today. So basically the question it says is there is an array given to us which contains integers and there is a target number is also provided. We need to return the indexes of the numbers from the array which are after adding gives us a target. So the first example is this one. We consider there is an array which has 2, 7, 11, 15. So our target is 9 now. How we can proceed? We can just find out, like, not thinking about the code now, just see the question numbers and how we can do that. So we will just try to add 2, 7. Oh, we got a 9. Okay, this is the answer, best case scenario. But what if the number was 10? So what happened? We will just add first 2. We will not get the solution. We'll go ahead and we'll add 2 with 11. We'll try. Oh, it is 13, which is greater than what we are expecting. So this is also not good. 2, 15. This is again not good. It is not something which we are expecting. So in this way, this is called a brute force approach. What we are doing is we are comparing each number with the later numbers. So 2 with 7, then 11, then 15, then 7 with 11, 7 with 15, 11 with 15. We are not going to get an answer if our target is 10, but in our case, where the target is 9, we will get the answer in the first iteration. So this is the best case scenario. But what if when we are not going to get an answer because there is no number which after adding that we will get the target. So in that case, we are going to iterate through all the numbers. So if I give you the code for that, um, I'm a little lazy, so I have written the same code in the other screen. Now I'm going to paste here. Important is code. Okay, so in this solution, what we are trying to do is we are first just getting the number length of the integer so that we can iterate over it, and we are creating two for loops. Whenever we are creating two for loops for the same array, we are clear that we are going to have a O of n square complexity, which is very bad in terms of writing any code, which is not optimal. We should think about a better solution. So what currently we are doing is we are iterating over the array twice. We are setting 2 as the first number, which will come from your first for loop, and then from the second, where we have set j equals to I plus 1, we are picking the second number and we are comparing it. So okay, 2 plus 7, is it equal to our target? If it is, then okay, return that in the array form. We can just pass the indexes. That will be our answer. But what if our target is 10? So this will be false. We'll come out of it. We will go ahead with the j equals to I. Now it will be 0. Okay. So initially it was 0. Now we have incremented j. So this is whatever it is. Like the number was 1 first, and then now it incremented it become 2. We are coming inside this. So I will be 2. I num of I will be 2, which is this one, and num of j will be 11 now, as j is incremented to 2. So now we are comparing these two numbers. Again, the target is not matching. We are coming out of it. So this is how we are going to perform the internal loop. And then once this number will exceed our condition, then we are coming out of this loop, and again this for loop will start running. So at that moment, our I will become 1. So we are going to target 7 now, and j will become 2 because we are at like j is equal to I plus 1, right? So I is 1, so j is 2 now. So we are starting from here in the internal inner loop. So we are comparing 7 and 11, which is again false. It will come out of it. 7 plus 15, that is again false, will come out of it. So this is how we are, every time for outer loop we are running the internal loop again and again. So this is how the complexity turns out to be O of n square. So the better solution to do the same thing is use some other data structure which we feel like can give us a better solution. So there is one way which is using HashMap, which is very widely accepted for the same question. I'm not doing something from very scratch. This is something which people have already worked upon, and they come up with this solution, which is very nice to do the same thing. I'll explain to you how we can do the same thing in O of n complexity. O of n complexity, simple, keep in mind, if you have one for loop iterating over an array, then it is O of n. If you are having nested looping, in that case, your complexity will be definitely higher than n, O of n. So what we are doing here is, the basic thing is, I'll just give you an idea. If we are trying a plus b equals to c, so simply what we can say is c minus b equals to a, right? Or we can also say c minus a equal to b. So this is how we can just, because our c is going to be fixed, we will iterate over one array and we will iterate over the array with one for loop where we will change our b and check if we have a in our array or not. In other words, other way, we will just keep our c, which is target, as fixed. A will be we will iterate through our array and we will get this. We'll try to find b is there in our array or not. If we are able to do this, we can simply say that okay, c minus a equals to b. It means, and b we have in our array. It means we have two numbers which are after adding turns out to be c. So I'll come back to the code. I'll explain you that. What we did is we created a hash map. This hash map will store key and value. So we have written integer. So it will store key and a value, and key will be integer and value will also be integer. What we'll do is, after coming into the for loop, what we are doing is I equals to 0, I less than less of num of length, I plus plus, simple one loop which will run through our array. What we are trying to create is complement. So complement is what we can even simple terms. If you are getting confused with the naming of the variables, don't complicate things much. You can also use simple a b for our understanding, but we have target here, so eventually the same kind of name I have used. So you have a target which is, we can say with our short explanation, or can say example, c minus b equals to a. So here you can understand that target is c, my nums of I, which is b, equals to a. So what we are trying to achieve here is, when we are subtracting nums of I from target, then we will get some number which is something which we should have in our array, so that we will get a result. So complement is something which is which we will get. So if I come to the example again, uh, it says is a target is 9, which is this. I'll simply write this. instead of C, I'll write 9. We are subtracting nums of I. Nums of I, now I is 0. So nums of I will be 2. So 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Now, what we are doing is we are coming here, we are checking, okay, map. Or we created a new map. Do we have 7 in it? So it will say no, we don't have anything because we haven't added anything till now in the map. So we are going out of it. This is false. Okay, fine. What we are going to do now is we will put that into our map. So nums of y, which is 2, will be added into our map with the index as well. So index will be 0 here, and nums of I, which is 2, is added as a key. Now we are moving forward. Next I. So now I is getting incremented to 1, and again we are doing the same thing. Target is 9. Our nums of I, which is nums of 1, is 7 now, and our result will be, or complement will be 2. Now we will come here and we will ask the map, do you have 2? So it will say, yeah, you added here in the last iteration. So I have 2, so it will come out of it. Sorry, it will come inside it and it will create a map of having the index of 2, which will get by the complement. If we are adding 2 to the get, it will return us the index we added. So that index will come here, and the second index which we have now this I was 1, right? So 0 and 1. So our answer will be 0 and 1, which will be like straight away getting returned from here, right? This is one solution which is very faster than the brute force that we discussed earlier. Now, if I come to the other solution, sorry, other problem, or can say a case. So here we have numbers like 3 to 4. The target is 6. So here, if we go with our brute force approach, what we'll do is we will take 3 first. Then we will compare with 2. We will not get the answer. We will compare with the 4. We will not get the answer. Then we will leave out 3 and we'll move to the other loop where we will set 2 as a base, we can say, and then we will compare with the 4. So now the sum will be 6 and we will get the result. So still we are iterating a lot. So this is not a good approach. So how we will handle the same problem with the same code, this code. So we will create a map again, the way we are doing now, we were doing earlier. We will come here, the I will be 0, will come inside the for loop. Now this time our target is 6. So if I go to this 6 minus nums of I. So now nums of I is 3. So we should get 3. So the complement will be 3. We are going inside, we are checking the map, contains key 3. No, if we haven't added anything now, this is the first time we are running the loop. So there is nothing, it is coming out of it. It will come out of it, and then we are adding that into our map. So what we are putting is 3 as a key, and index will be 0. And then we are going for the second iteration where I equals to 1. Again, the target will be same 6, and the nums of I will be 2, and we should get 4. So again, it will come here, it will try to check, do we have 4 here? But we just added 3, so there is no 4 in here. So again, this is false, it will come out, and we will add uh, 2 again. So nums of I equals to 2 now, and I is equal to 1. Again, we will go to the third iteration. So not an iteration, we can say, but again, third time I will be 2, which is less than nums of length now. And yeah, then we will find out the complement. Target, which is 6, minus nums of I is 4. We should get 2. And now we'll come here, we'll ask the map, do you have a key 2? It will say yes, I have that. So which we added in the last run of the loop. So it contains that. So it will come inside this if condition. It will create a map. Sorry, not a map. It will create an array and pick a value from the map where we are passing the component which is uh, 2 now, and we will get the index of that. So that will be 1 and current index is 2. So we will return that array containing 1 and 2. So we got the result. So this is the optimal solution for the same problem. I'll submit again. I think I did that so many times. Yeah. So you can see there could be a better solution to this. I don't think. Oh my God. Again, this is something two times running in a loop, and I think we are breaking it also in between. But I think this is just something for the case that we have here. Other than that, for all the test cases that we have, it will be very weird and slow. But the code which we have written is optimal and better. So I'll come up with the next question next day. Thank you.